We're up to chapter 5, Mishnah number 26, Ben Bagbag Omer. So the author of our Mishnah is unusually named. His name is Ben Bagbag, the son of Bagbag. And he used to say, Hafochba v'hafochba dekulaba. Delve into it, and delve into it, for everything is in it. This is a reference to Torah study. Torah study is something you should turn over and turn over, study it and study it. Examine it from every angle. Why? Because everything is in it. And into it you should look deeply. Visiv uvleva, and grow old and worn out with it. This is not something we study as youths, as teenagers, as adolescents, and mature and graduate to other pursuits. This is something we should study our whole lives, grow old with it. And from it, you should not budge. For there's no better portion than it. There's no better pastime than it. There is no greater study and pursuit than the pursuit of Torah. So this is the Mishnah number 26. We're talking about Ben Bagbag. Now, the next part of the Mishnah, Ben Hey, we're going to split into a separate Mishnah. On some versions, they have it lumped together. In the version that we're using, it does have it lumped together, but we're going to separate it into two. So we have an idea about Torah study. You should turn it over and delve into it and never stop studying it. Study it as a youth and graduate your life, essentially live your life accompanying Torah study. This is the best pastime. Now, who is the author of this Mishnah? His name is Ben Bagbag. His full name, we're told in the Talmud, is Yochanan Ben Bagbag. He was a friend and a colleague of the author of the next Mishnah, Ben Hey, the similarly unusually named Ben Hey. And Ben Bagbag is not featured very often in the literature. In all of Mishnah and all of Talmud, there are only a handful of citations. One memorable one is found in the book of Talmud called... In the book of Talmud, Baba Kama, page 27b, we read the following memorable citation. Ben Bagbag Omer, Ben Bagbag says, if your friend has your stuff, if your friend owns your items, is harboring your items, don't enter his field. Don't enter his courtyard in the middle of the night. Don't sneak in like a thief. Rather, break his teeth and say, mine I am taking. If your friend is holding your stuff, don't act like a thief. Don't surreptitiously sneak into his house, walk in, bang down the door, smash his teeth, and say, I'm taking what is rightfully mine. One teaching in the Talmud. A second teaching in the Talmud is found in Psachim, page 96a. Ben Bagbag Omer, Ben Bagbag says, a Tamid sacrifice. A Tamid is a daily sacrifice that's brought. The first sacrifice brought in the temple is the morning Tamid, the morning daily sacrifice. The final sacrifice of the day is the afternoon sacrifice. And these animals that are sacrificed every day must be guarded and overseen and watched for 4 days before they are offered. These are the teachings of Ben Bagbag in the Talmud. So again, not featured very heavily. And he's telling us when we study Torah, we should turn it over and delve into it from every angle because there's everything in it. Now the commentaries note, if you look at the previous Mishnah, it talked about the timeline of a life well lived. At the age of 5, you start scripture. At the age of 10, you start Mishnah. At the age of 15, you start Talmud. The previous Mishnah gives us the framework for when we're supposed to begin our study. In this Mishnah, we're told what are we supposed to do for the rest of our lives. You've gotten to Talmud. You have been initiated in a life of study. Now it's time for you to toil in it the rest of your life. Why? Hafochba v'hafochba. Delve into it and delve into it for